I figured out I wanted to be a programmer I guess in college. I started my degree at the University of Florida as a programmer, just going into it thinking, hey, this might be cool, I like computers, and it turned out, yeah, it worked out pretty well in the end. I stuck to programming all the way through, and it's been fun since. Looking back, I guess the weirdest thing I can say, and I don't know how to explain this correctly, is learn how to learn. Um, I sit in class now, and I think I look back to my undergraduate where I would like fall asleep in class or not really be paying full attention or just be getting by in my classes, and I'm regretting it now because all that information is good, all of it's useful, even if you're not really going to apply it. I'm not using microprocessors now, but man, I wish I had like paid attention to class and learned how to take notes better and learned how to, you know, do my assignments to their earnest, back then, and not just get them done to get them in. Because you're gonna be doing work that you want to be proud of. You want to be putting it into a portfolio, and you can't just get by. That's impossible here. You can't just skim through the projects. You want to do something that you're proud of, that you want to show the world. So learn how to do that now, so that when you get here, you're kicking ass. I definitely chose to do game programming because of the opportunity to work in a multi-disciplined area. Get to work with people of different talents, different skills, different, I don't know, interesting kind of people that are going to be around you while you're programming. I did work in a normal programming job doing database work before FIEA, and it's a very different world, very different environment, and it's just kind of cool to be sitting right next to artists and producers and people who are really creative while you're programming. Right now, I'm definitely much more of a generalist. I have an interest in AI programming and in gameplay programming. I think what I'm learning here more at FIEA are the types of things I don't want to do. I learned I don't want to do network programming. I learned at my last job I don't really want to do back-end systems, server type programming. I want to do things that actually get reflected on screen. Things that, I can say, hey, I added that feature, or hey, I made that character act realistic, something that I can really show off. FIEA actually visited my college at the University of Florida when I was there, and I knew when I was at UF that I wanted to do game programming one day. So there were multiple visits from FIEA, and it was really interesting. It was really just very informative, pretty cool. And then I got an internship at EA while I was at UF, and I worked with people who had graduated from FIEA, and they told me how rewarding it was, how much they learned, and I got to see these people at their job were some of the best people. They were quickly learning, they were quickly excelling, they obviously had the skills they needed once they got to EA. So it was really encouraging to see that FIEA obviously was a very strong program, or at least they were pumping out people who knew what they were doing. So. My biggest challenge so far actually has been stress management. I, I've, even staying on the ball, staying organized. There's a lot of work to do. There's a lot to do here. There's a lot of interpersonal relationship, interesting situations that you get into. Especially, I'm a lead programmer on my team, and as therefore, you on top of the normal programming tasks, on top of the normal work, you also have to manage people. And it's something I've never done before. My favorite in-class experience so far has been Rapid Prototype class, RPP, the first semester. While I was in RPP, I thought it was absolute hell, but looking back, it was a lot of fun. Like, it was really cool. Every 2 or 3 weeks, you're making a new game, and you're working in a new environment. You're doing, different game engine. It's just a really interesting, I don't know, fun time, and you learn a lot. And then out of class, I've met so many people. I've made so many friends here. Like my friend, I worked at a job beforehand in Orlando, and I didn't have many friends, and I only knew older people. And now I know all there's 50 guys here, or 50 guys and gals here, and they're all cool, and they're all my buddies. I like to think, at least most of them. So. I definitely had group projects in my undergraduate, but they are very different from the groups I've had here. The group projects are, your stereotypical, one guy does all the work, and the other people at the table happen to be there. I think the only group projects I had in undergraduate where the work was evenly split was when my wife was, or my then girlfriend was my group partner, because we'd split the work pretty evenly. But here you have to. I mean, the work just is such a nature that you have to split it. You know, there's artwork, there's design work, there's programming work. We're starting to do tools programming in recently in programming class, and I'm really liking it already. Like, I can see the application for tools programming. I can see how not easy it is, but how really, I don't know, C#'s a really comfortable language. It's a really fun language to learn, and I can see the applications for it already, like myriads of applications that we could be using these skills to learn. But until I actually sat down and did it, I didn't realize, yes, this is cool, and we can do this, and this is easy. And this has so many uses. And from everything I've heard, tools programming is a big deal out in the industry. So it's been great to learn how to do that.